The Atlanta Hawks hate Brandon Ingram. And when I say this, I don't mean the Atlanta Hawks hate him as a player, but they hate the idea that they're going to have to pay him. Now, there's been many sources, many ideas, many articles that come out and said the Atlanta Hawks actually like Brandon Ingram as a player, but they did not like the fact that they will have to pay him another contract that will be probably a max amount volume to that contract. Will Glory said it. Brad Rowland said it of Locked On Sports. There's a lot of people who said the Atlanta Hawks were interested in Brandon Ingram as a player, but they were uninterested in him because they would have to pay him another long-term contract. Now, to me, this means a couple of things. Number one, the Atlanta Hawks are trying to build the roster in a way where they get young, cheaper talent to surround Trae Young. This also means that regardless of what you say, our ownership group is very conscientious of that money, and they're not trying to spend a lot of it. This also means something for the NBA going forward, and this is something to watch out for, and that is the Atlanta Hawks and several other teams are not willing to pay the premium it takes to get some of these players because they don't want to pay max money to individuals who they don't view as top 20 plus players. Brandon Ingram is a very, 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 very solid player, but the Atlanta Hawks don't view him as a top 20 player. So why would they give him $40+ million a year if he's not going to be that elite superstar that they want on the roster? And for this move for DeJounte Murray, there's been a lot of Hawks fans coming out and saying, we want Brandon Ingram. And to be honest, I've been on the book saying I would like to see Brandon Ingram. But the fact of the matter is the Hawks were not willing to pay that second contract, that second $40 million. And if you believe it or if you don't believe it, I think this is a pretty good stance. Now, I find that the Atlanta Hawks need talent. They really do. They are going the route of we're going to develop young talent. I personally think they need to bring more veteran talent on the team. But we all can agree, Brandon Ingram is going to cost a lot. And the Atlanta Hawks, to this point right now, say, hey, we are going to roll the dice on our young players. We're going to roll the dice on drafting Zachary Richichet, who people say could be that Brandon Ingram type of the future. And we're going to go from there. So do the Atlanta Hawks truly hate Brandon Ingram? I don't think they hate him as a player, but they hate the idea of Brandon Ingram. And this is seen throughout the NBA. I think the idea of Brandon Ingram as a player, people love, but Brandon Ingram as a contract, people do not like. And this second apron thing has truly scared a lot of teams in the NBA. So I would expect to see the NBA start to level off in terms of contracts, in terms of talent, because teams right now are extremely scared of going into the second apron. Teams right now are extremely scared of paying players who are in that mid to upper tier of a good player max money. And so the Atlanta Hawks looked at all these options on the table and said, should we play it? Should we get Brandon Ingram? And they said, no, we do not want to pay him. We'd rather get Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance, have some flexibility in the future, get 2 draft picks, and say goodbye to DeJounte Murray. Now, if you agree or disagree with that choice, leave a comment down below. Let me know. We'll see. That's all I'm saying. We'll see. I will say the Atlanta Hawks have another big decision with their center position, and we'll see if they bring some talent in via a center trade. But right now, today, the Atlanta Hawks have made it very, very clear they're not trying to spend in the luxury tax, and they're trying to get young core pieces to surround Trae Young. And if you like that strategy, if you don't, you got to take it up with Landry Fields. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. And if you want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.